Hey guys, so being the absolute genius that I am, I recorded an entire episode with no mic volume because I had it turned off for some odd reason. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna start off with summarizing a bit. I've removed, I think that was the last episode, I removed the whole, what's it called, macerator setup because now that we're getting titanium, nickel, gold from down below, I don't want to macerate that since there are no higher ores. Um, and I also started having some power. Well, I've had some power issues all along, but meta movers are using a lot of power. So I set up an extra little station here, which feeds itself with coal from in here. I'm not sure how much coal is in the vein. Let's see. Yeah, I got 60,000, so that should last quite a while, and that is dedicated to going down to the meta mover part, where I also I replaced a little, very little bit of it with the transport tubes because we got enough materials for that. Come on, we're almost there, yeah. Also placed another power storage because with this three-pronged approach, the drill wasn't getting any power at all. This was sucking the last little bit of power that was coming through. So I had to place this, but it seems to be running stably after that. And this is from the little dedicated power station. Goes to here, not touching that part over there at all. So we got unsiphoned power going down, 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 and ouch. Yeah. Okay, and that's another step. Okay, so this is where I replaced all of the storage down here with the storage hopper to get more speed, because even though the logistics hopper is 3 times faster now, it's just not fast enough. Can't keep up. And yeah, this is the area I changed. I added another power storage to get the third beam. Then I added 3 tubes to move between this receiving hopper and the sending one down below here. Before there was meta mover going over there and 2 more power storage, but that just sucked up too much power and it was way too slow. This seems to have sped up things. As you can see, I have no issues with the backed up tracks anywhere. Well, up top I have a little bit, but that's because my smelter can't keep up anymore. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all I changed. Actually, I should add a 4th one over there for efficiency, but it seems they're keeping them fine. So let's see, what else did I do? Did I do anything else in that episode? I don't think I did. I mean, I replaced I'm just gonna suicide to get back up in a bit. But I replaced all the storage with the storage hoppers instead of logistics, and I think that's about it. Let's see, I believe I ended the episode down here. Oh yeah, added the light. I think that was the last episode. Yeah. So we got a lit up area down here. Anyhow, let's suicide and get back up because I got one little power grid addition I want to make, and well, after that we gotta get started on the laboratory. But I'm thinking of making this a short episode because I'm not sure I have enough material to get started on the laboratory, and honestly, neither you nor me wants to sit around waiting for materials to come in, even though they're coming in a quite nice amount now. And it's just, oh yeah, that's also a reason I removed this part over here. The turntable here was slowing the flow down enough that it was it would start backing up. And yeah, I'm getting paranoid about Minox because I read about it in patch Minox. If you remember, it's the thing I talked about that was introduced. Basically, you have a hive mind somewhere, and if you have a conveyor within 200 blocks, it can place a Minox on it, and it will siphon the ore that comes through, using it for itself. And then you will have to actually find said hive mind to stop it. So yeah, I do not want to do that. Anyhow, as you can see, we got a quite not amount of titanium, not a lot of nickel, so we can't make transport tubes. We need 5 per transport tube, but only 2 titanium. Lithium, we got a very nice amount, and iron and copper is where we're lacking at the moment. I'm considering upgrading the drill, but yeah. Anyhow, the power grid upgrade I was talking about, for some reason these are okay now. They're actually running fine. Yesterday we were just jumping up at 4 and then shutting down. As you can see, this is utilized to 92%, and this is going down in power constantly as well. So I'm considering upping the whole thing by simply putting a power transfer here. That'll transfer to this, taking a load off this one because this one isn't utilized as much. So yeah, I'm not sure if it will be too much because it already has one going, but that is not utilized as much. So I don't know. Right, you know what? Let's get started on the lab and see how far we get, because this episode 6 minutes is quite short. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get started on the lab and see how far we get, and we'll just stop when we run out of stuff. No, I just gotta think here. I'm not sure if we researched the actual laboratory. I did. Seems. Okay, so where is it hiding? Is it in here? Should be. Right. We need to make 3 of these, so we don't need 15 basic experimental parts and 3 PCBs. Yeah. Right. Basic PCB is copper coil, and that is a problem because we'll need a coiling plant. And for the coiling plant, we'll need an extrusion plant as well. So we'll need to make a bunch of tin plates. No copper plates. Oh, that's just great. So we'll need a stamper plant as well. Actually, we may as well make all of it. Alright. Did I just press craft? Yes, I did. Right. So let's just see here. And that needs 1, yeah it does, so we may as well set up the whole thing. Which means we will need 5, 10 copper plates, 15. Yeah, let's just get going. Right, so I think I'm gonna set up this whole thing over here. I'm not going to auto feed it because then it'll just pop out a lot of stuff we do not need. I'd rather make it as I go. And fortunately, although a bit weirdly, they do not require power. The stamper plant and just manufacturing stuff. And the reason I'm making it like this is because we're gonna have another line over here with the other PCB stuff. And yeah, we need another one. One last storage hub. Alright. Goes there. Need 15 copper. So we're gonna punch in 20 and remove it when it starts 5. Come on, come on, come on. Copper plate. 7 to go, 6 to go. Getting a bit of lag. I kept this conveyor over here, the one that feeds into the conveyor over there, because I may want it at some point. Alright, one more. And there we go. Alright, the tin plates I believe we can make manually, so I'm not going to craft those with this, because that will be a pain. Okay, we got enough of that. And we'll need 3 tin plates and 1 copper wire. And we can only craft these in parts of 5. So that's That's an extruder, coiler, and we'll need to make a coil before we can go any further. That's masonry, we do not want that in there. And where's that? It's there. Right. So, extruder, coiler, and I'm just gonna move this temporarily. Get up, get up. There we go. Because we need a single copper coil. Oh, already got it out there. I love the animations, they're pretty well done in my opinion. Alrighty. So now we have our PCB assembly line up and running. We'll have in just a moment. And yeah, that is basically how the whole factory line kind of deal works. I enjoy it. I hope they make more of that. I don't hope they make it so we have to craft more of the current items with this, but I hope they add new items that have to be produced with this method, because I find it kind of nice. Kind of cool. Alright, so to get back with, we need that, yeah, 15 basic parts, 5 experimental, no, basic PCBs, but I believe we need basic, so we'll need 20 basic PCBs. So that is, is it tin that is the basic one? Or is it copper? I don't know. Oh, we can tell, I think. Yeah, that's copper. Okay, so copper is basic PCB. Right, so we'll need 20 of those, so let's just pop 20 copper in here. Let's see. That is just, I love that. Can watch this for ages. It's pretty nicely made. I mean, it's not completely accurate, but it's pretty cool. Alright, so 20 basic PCBs, and then we'll need 15 times 6, so that is 90 copper plates, and we do not have enough copper for that, so we can't even get to the lab yet. We are 48 copper short, but now I'm in doubt. Should we just pop in all we have and build what we can? Yeah, let's do that. Let us do that. And well, this is smelting along pretty nicely. It's coming a batch of copper. It's not backed up, so we could go over and manually mine some. Well, that we do not want to mine from these because they are nearly depleted and we'll just break them. We want to find some stuff that is still full. Wow, this is a lot of depleted copper. Alright, because if we break the seam, we cannot mine the rest of the seam. Alright, this looks good. Now that we're up to 512 power, we can get a bit more copper per trip. And we also have Arthur. He's supposed to feed us with power, but he's not, although he's supposed to be pretty well charged at the moment. Great little jet. Okay, so that is enough for 8, 16, 24. 3 bars. Okay, that is not worth it. I'm not gonna do that again. Wow. So yeah, that's great. But the plant is working nicely. We got 6 left to make. Then we can get started on making the lab at least. But it is a lot of copper plates, and I find it kind of ridiculous. But alas, it is how it is. Okay, that was that, I think. Let's just craft the last one just for tidiness sake. Alright. So as you can see, the plant has now produced 20 basic PCBs and 43 copper plates. And let's see, we will need the first 5. So we can actually craft the first part here. And now we're stuck because we got enough for 2 more, so we need enough for 3 more to continue. And let's see, I think I'll pop the lab over here, and oh, we'll need a research assembler as well. Actually, I should make that first, but that's a bit late now, right? Gonna make the lab over here because it will require a ton of energy. So I intend to use this coal seam. I'm not sure how much is left of it. Yeah, it's plenty for now at least, but I intend to use that to generate power solely for the lab. How the lab works is that you'll build this up to a 3x3 block, and it'll turn into the lab model, and it will be operational. I'm not sure. Yes, I did research assembly. Oh, copper housing. That is actually rather cheap to make, it seems. Although we have no copper. But yeah. Oh well, that depends on how much the copper housing costs to make. Using this game's logic, I fear it will cost a lot. Okay, we can use... Sure, why not? We will need this anyhow. So there's not really any reason not to do it. But yeah, all in all it's pretty cheap. We'll also need to make another basic PCB because we'll be 1 down. And I like to place this... Actually, where do I want to place it? I mean, we could place it here, because in the future we'll only be using this for experimental parts, you know? But then again, we don't want it to... I'm really not even sure I can move it, so I'm afraid to place it down. Okay, I think I can move it, so I'm about to put it. So you see it, this little block? Basically what it will do is, if I keep putting stuff in here, it'll take it and craft. We can actually craft the basic PCBs with this, but it will be at an immense power cost. Kind of like the same power cost as using the manufacturing plant in auto mode, which we won't do because it is wildly ineffective, in my opinion. But yeah, I think I plan to place it there for when I need to start research, then just run conveyors over here. Let's just do that. I believe we'll need another container, and just do like this, then have another container here. Power coming from mine here, going out over to... Let's see, yeah, let's make it... Okay, I'm planning inside my head. I really don't want to do that because you don't know what goes on inside my head. I'm not sure you want to. But yeah, I'm gonna place PDG there, have a container there. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, the problem is that if, well, we can just redirect this, like... So, actually, let's just do that. Whoop! Alright. So we'll have a mine here, but it needs power. How are we gonna get power? We're gonna get power by placing the mine up here instead, placing a power transfer. No, we're not. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Alright, we need power from there to go over here. And to get that, we are gonna do what? You know what? I'll figure it out later once I set it up instead of planning it out now. We still need more materials, and we are not getting copper, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. See, okay, just got 10 copper, but that will not get us far. It will not get us far enough, at least. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call this a day, call this an episode, and collect material so we can get going next time instead of just standing around babbling like I'm doing now. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, share, subscribe. It means a lot to me. And as always, if you have any questions regarding Fortresscraft Vault or this video, please shoot, ask in the comments. I'll do my best to answer and help. See ya.